What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T. It's the Get Right Podcast, man. And you already know I'm never rolling solo, man. You get one of us, you get three of us, man. So as always, rolling with me, I got the Brain Trust, who always gonna give you 3 words and has a word count starting now, man. Rod, what's happening?
What up, though?
All day, and the people they love to hate to love. Mr. Misconception, DC, what's good?
The truth shall set you free. It's your boy DC and the place to be.
Did you mean to make that rhyme, bro? Because that sounds like an 80s bar.
Hey, bro. Shout out to the 80s.
Man, speaking of the truth, what's up with your boy Paul Pierce, man?
Like, ooh, let's kick it up right there. Yes,
he is. I don't know. I don't even know what to call him. He is.
I think he on one. He on one, bro. Like for real, like on one, man. I think like it's more than just alcohol, bro.
I don't know. So obviously he had that incident during the finals. I don't know if we touched on that or not, but the incident during the finals when he was with KG and he was out of it then talking about, hey, this my girlfriend for the day. You can go to a website and get you a girlfriend for the day.
And Kevin was like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop, bro.
Like, and then most recently he was after the fight, you know, shout out to both Bud and Errol for making that fight happen. I'm a little disappointed at how it happened. Like, I don't know. We'd talk about that another day, but afterwards, he was on camera talking about, so you can't just call yourself the truth. I gotta appoint you that name, and just talking crazy. I'm like, bro, like, you do understand, 1, you're not a boxer. 2, there was people that was marketed as the truth way before you, and nobody has to come through you to get anything, bro. Like, didn't he get stabbed by Benzino or something? Was that him?
Yeah. It's his team, and he didn't bring that smoke to beans.
Yeah, I'm about to say, where was that? Where was that energy when Benzino was slicing you up, bro? Like, come on.
Jeez, bro. Yeah, we just gonna take it there.
All right.
Jeez, all one, bro. So yeah, he said that Errol lost because he claimed he was the truth and he didn't get his blessing, dog. I say I didn't heard it all.
Yeah, I think he's on one, bro. You know, like since from getting that divorce, his final year in the league to him just because this all started, Draymond Green got on his head about that. If you remember when Paul Pierce was at the Clippers, and he was saying that was his farewell tour. And Draymond was like, bro, you not Kobe. This ain't no farewell tour for you, bro. You're not Kobe, bro. Stop that. And kind of, I don't know, maybe with the I'm not saying that. This is just speculation and opinion. Maybe, with going through the divorce, going through all that craziness, things is just he's been just out of character a little bit, bro.
What's crazy is Paul Pierce, man, was like, he was one of my favorite players, man. Like coming up,
bro. That's all you talked about in college, bro.
Yeah, man. I followed him in Kansas, man. I always kind of liked him. I always seen him as kind of the underdog. You know what I'm saying? And
really,
yes,
yeah, he came in. I've always seen him as an underdog, bro. And I followed him all through Boston, but. I'll say that to say this: Paul Pierce is a terrible person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just from what we're seeing, we can only
never meet your heroes.
God, like he just off the court is just questionable thing after questionable thing, bro. Like it's just, and then it's to the point where you said, where was that energy when Benzino was slashing them up, bro?
Mhm.
Something tells me Paul Pierce probably had that coming. Like he
Mm.
probably said something or did something, you know what I'm saying, that warranted that action. I don't think it was just the wrong place, wrong time. Just knowing how Paul Pierce is, like we'll
Yeah.
never know. And I'm just speculating. I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was running his mouth to the wrong person and got poked up.
Yeah.
I think
That, that's crazy.
off the court stuff is what's getting him because we know what he
Yeah,
was on court. You know what I mean? He's nice, bro. Nice.
and he
He was
said he was
cool.
I
better
don't.
He was cool.
than D Wade. He said he was better than D Wade. Like, bro,
That yeah.
come on,
Yeah.
bro.
I understand confidence, but sometimes you gotta look at reality, bro. Like
Yeah,
he overachieved in my book. Paul Pierce definitely
He
overachieved.
overachieved. I mean that's good for him though. If you overachieve, I mean, dude
And
gave you buckets, bro. He did what he's supposed to do. You know what I
he
mean?
did. He did. He used to give my Pistons to work, you know what I mean? And unathletic and all, bro. Like he was
You couldn't stop him, bro. In that mid range and that elbow,
yeah.
that
Mhm.
dude was deadly, bro.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
DC is the first person I ever heard say that was like one of his favorite
Yeah,
players.
yeah, bro. He
yeah.
he he, he was riding with Paul, bro. He was riding with Paul
Never.
like I was riding with Bleak.
Hey, but at least Paul got a chip. You know what I'm saying? Bleak
Hey,
ain't
big
never-
He
facts.
did.
Big facts.
He
Yeah,
did. He did. He needed KG and Ray Allen to do it, but he got it.
Yep.
yeah. You know, it's a
That's
team
big facts,
sport.
man. It's
It
all
is a
day.
team sport. Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of Bleak though, because Bleak, I don't even think I gotta look it up. Yeah, I know he didn't go platinum. He may have went gold. I know he ain't go platinum though. But that new Travis Scott came out, man, and if you were comparing streams to sales, he's at 400K. Heading to that number one on the Billboard. Being tracked down. Not tracked down, but being followed behind by Post Malone, man. Some people are saying that this Travis Scott thing is probably his best album. Something that the music gang needed. That was also mentioned like on Joe Budden. He was talking about Travis Scott stuff, but there are some that saying, not so fast. So like I only heard half of it so far. It's okay. I you know
Did he have Memphis Bleak on there or something?
no.
I thought you said. Speaking of Bleak, I was about to say.
Bruh.
Oh
God,
no. I'm
Okay.
speaking of speaking of Bleak as being underwhelming, man, or
Okay.
underachieving,
You know what?
underachieving.
I was actually with you, Rod. I was like, you know what? I don't get that segue, but we're just gonna let this ride.
Hey man, hey man.
So when Double R called it, I was like, yes, it wasn't just me.
Nah, because I haven't listened to the album. I was about to say, damn, Bleak was on there. Where you find him?
Right. It's like, how does this tie in?
Damn.
Hey man, shout out Bleak though.
Shout out to Bleak.
But no, he's not on there though, man. But
So yeah, I haven't listened to it. I listened to the Drake track that DC sent over, but I mean, realistically, bro, I'm not a big Travis Scott guy, to be honest with you. So I don't really check for his music.
Mhm.
If he has singles, I usually listen to the singles, but I don't think I've listened to one Travis Scott album completely. It's just, I don't know, be a lot going on in some of those songs. I'm not a huge fan of the 5 beats in one song like that, but
I like that. That's
he's
one of
cool.
my favorite things that I enjoy from him. But like I said, I'm halfway through the album. I don't think it's better than Astro World, but we'll see how how the second half of the album go, man. For me, on my ears, I know DC, you Travis Scott guy. You probably heard about once or twice, man. Where you at with it?
Yeah, I rock with Travis Scott, man. He makes vibe music. He makes energy music. If you want bars, then you're looking in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely more of a feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's an experience kind of thing. And I'll say, man, Travis has had an impressive 3-album run. I will say that. Like, he came out with Rodeo.
Fire.
Cult classic, you know what I'm saying? I would consider that a cult classic. Butterfly Effect, which I thought was better a lot better than Rodeo, like maybe bordering on classic. And then Astro World, which in time I think could definitely go down as a classic album.
I
Astro.
think that's the only album I've ever listened to all the way is Astro World, and
That's it for me.
you just named those other albums I never even I couldn't name them if you had a gun to my head, bro.
Yeah, no man, he's got a nice catalog, and then he got Utopia, and honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of Utopia. I listened to it a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to hear, I'm ready for that. And honestly, that to me, that Drake song was the best track, like by far. Like that was the best track, and the others was kind of you know. A lot of people are saying that this was his Yeezus album. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
Mhm.
nods to Kanye, and there are a lot of similarities. It does sound like it was influenced by Kanye a good bit, and we know that he's kind of a protege under Kanye a little bit too. So,
Mhm.
but overall, I was like, I was definitely not. I wasn't overwhelmed or anything like that. I felt like it sounded like he spent too much time inside. You know what I'm saying? And not outside with the people, which for good reason. We know the whole concert controversy, so he was laying low. But it just sounded like he's been inside the house and
Mhm.
not outside with just with regular people. So it's like,
Mm.
I do find it crazy that I'm literally looking at the albums that's in my playlist. They just never play, but I could tell you the album covers. Never knew the name of the albums, bro. That
uh,
is crazy. Birds in the Trap Sing Mac Night. I never knew that was the name of that album, bro.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
I could tell you the album cover. I know he had some wings on.
that's
And
crazy.
that he took that line from Quavo and made it an album name.
Didn't know that either.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That album was pretty tough too. But
right. And he
yeah,
had that
I mean,
track with Kid Cudi. That's on the gym playlist.
Sway back
Yeah,
fire.
through the
Yeah.
day, through it.
Yeah, I
Bro. And,
don't.
he- and
I know
and Kid Cudi
Goosebumps.
mumbling and humbling on the song. He just be humming and shit, bro. Like, bro,
Mhm.
humming shouldn't sound that cool. Like, you think about, well, like, oh, you're humming on the track. That's the best part. Yeah, like, I don't even sound right, but it is. That is the best part of the track.
Yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
it's it's cool, man.
Well, that's good for him though, because I know for a minute it was looking like he was about to be canceled for good. Luckily, all those charges were dropped against him.
Yeah,
So
he just settled. He just settled 2 days ago too. He
Oh
just settled.
yeah.
hmm on 3 out of 4 so far.
Oh okay.
Undisclosed amount.
which he didn't have to do, in my opinion. It's not his fault that. But we talked about that. I ain't gonna get back into that, but that's good for them. Like, good they were able to come to an agreement. But
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been responsible for any of it. But that was cool if he was offering to help out just out of the kindness of his heart. Because I still think he could have beat whatever.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right though. He's facing that cancel, bro, from the shoes, the music, all that stuff, man. But obviously, he's reached some agreements and settlements, man. And
Yeah. And I'll tell
I'm
you one
glad. Go ahead, go ahead.
and I'll tell you one thing to consider though on that note, Rod, is sometimes it's easier just to settle than to
Yeah,
fight and have it drawn out and get
yeah,
destroyed in the court of public opinion. You know
that's
what
true.
I'm saying? Just write a check, sign this NDA. We don't talk about it. Whenever he probably won't be doing no interviews in quite some time. And if he does
He
do an
won't.
interview, it's going to be a highly controlled softball questions, pre-approved questions.
hmm
Not allowed
Hmm.
to ask about concert type stuff.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm
it'd be
saying?
like,
He
would
gonna
you do it
bury that.
if you had a chance to do it over? Would you do it again? Those kind of questions. And a
Right
lot of
now,
interviews,
those will not be
no,
getting approved.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, what's next for Travis Scott? That's what the question gonna be. What's next for Travis Scott? What you gonna tell you what's next? Well, speaking of these, you made a point, man, and I kind of chuckled a little bit before you started talking on it. You said, "Hey, you don't want to have that long, drawn out opinion, man. You don't want to go to court. You want to reach a settlement." And we know And our guy, we said it last time, we pulling up on him, Ryan Davis.
Yeah.
But Lizzo is going through some things now, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some lawsuits followed behind this with everything going on. And for those who don't know, Lizzo, who is in the media, as the big body, the bold and the beautiful, the BB dub, all of that. She supports it. She embraces her sexiness. However, her dancers say it's a different light, that she doesn't um do that, and she forces them to do things that they don't want to do. And there's now harassment cases. There's malicious intent from Lizzo, is what her dancers are saying, that they're not treated fairly or equally. Of the way she presents herself and to the public, it's totally different behind closed doors. My thought on it, and I want to hear y'all. I mean, there's two sides of a story, so I'm definitely looking to hear what she has to say. Obviously, lawyers are gonna get in front of that, but I'm definitely want to hear what the other side of the story is, man. And if all of this is true, or if maybe one person says something and then four other people come out the woodwork. And it seems like more and more people are coming out the woodwork, which makes you scratch your head. I kind of think about Deshaun Watson, and I don't want to compare sexual assault to this or anything like that. But it seems like when one person, and then the second, and then the third, and now a fourth, I don't know. I just want to I want to hear more details before I make yeah, that's true, you did that shit. But what's y'all take on it?
I'm gonna let DC go ahead, man.
I'm sitting here I was like, you know what? Because I'm finna go off, so I'm gonna
get on your soapbox, bro. Come on with it.
The hypocrisy of Lizzo, you know what I'm saying, to be on the exterior promoting this body positivity and accept me as I am, only to have staff and she not accept them as they are. You know what I'm saying? Body shaming this woman. Can you imagine Lizzo, the figurehead, the face of body positivity, turning around and going in backstage and belittling her dancers for whatever their weight might be? Like, the audacity. You know what I'm saying? This is not like the pot calling the kettle fat or something like that.
By calling the kettle black. But okay. Okay.
Where will Lizzo weigh in all this? You know what I'm saying?
She put out a statement a couple days ago.
Did she though? You know what I mean? That's why I say it's kind of like, the PR. Like, hey, we're going to type this up. And
and they said, okay, probably, this is all false and it's not true. And of course, she's going to say that, it's just, but what about the Me Too movement? You know what I'm saying? The Me Too movement, when you hear about these salacious accusations about men in power, it's a media storm, right? And rightfully so. These men are perverts taking advantage of their privileged position. They should be held accountable. Now you got Lizzo in the same position. Where will the Me Too movement fall? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to stand up for these dancers? Or are they going to just let these dancers get victim shamed? What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
That's a good question, bro.
I don't know. I'm not buying it, bro. I'm selling on this one. I'm not buying it yet. I'm gonna need more people. We don't believe you. You need more people. That's what Jay told us, bro. Like,
and Rye, I'm more on that side of the fence with you. But like I said, I want to hear more, man. I do want to hear more, man, because it just sounds like there's something missing, man.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, you telling me you ate a banana out of a girl's, you know what I mean, and didn't be like, nah, I'm good on that. I'm not something I want to do. Like, bro, I think the lady said it's an unspoken rule. Like, right there, I'm like, hey, get the hell out of here, bro. Like, ain't no unspoken rule.
How long were you gonna unspeak about it?
Right. If somebody tell me to go, like, yo, go get my man some brains right here, I'm gonna be like, F you, we gonna fight, and you might get shot, bro. You might just get shot. You know what I mean? It's hard for work out here. It ain't that damn hard. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. It don't make sense to me. But if it's true, I don't even know what to think about it if it's true. But that it's I have a hard time just be like, oh yeah, that sounds like it's something that's accurate. It yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah. So I did see the dancers. They came out and they did an interview, I believe, on
Yep,
TMZ.
they on the press run. They're on the press run
Yeah,
right now.
and they talked about it, and basically the pressure that they said they felt was like, I will compare it to maybe the boss asking you to come out to happy hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, it's a much more risque thing. We talking about like going to the strip club or whatever, but this is also the entertainment industry. You know what I'm saying? Where that type of stuff is not necessarily um, like taboo, like it is in say
Mhm.
banking or some more conservative industry. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
your office hours are at nighttime, and you said that,
yeah,
bro. When we
right.
talked
So it's
about,
like, so to go to something like that, I mean, come on, man, that's the industry. And the way that the women made it seem as if it's just like, oh, we felt like if maybe these other girls went and we were the only ones that didn't go, we would get singled out and maybe our jobs would
Bro,
be would
bro,
be
you talking about feelings, bro. I done heard the word feel like 4 times in that statement, bro.
Yeah, and that's where I
It's-
was going with it. And so like after I saw that interview, I'm like, you know what, this sounds like some BS. Because, bruh, that's what do we always say? Your network is your net worth. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So yeah, if the boss asks you to come out to basically have a couple drinks, and there's other colleagues that's going to be there, it might be worth it to go. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like that's just networking. You know what I'm saying? It's not all just black and white and what you're doing on stage. And now I will say to Lizzo, because I'm pretty sure there was something like, oh yeah, go ahead and do it, girl, do it, do the banana thing, and they probably felt uncomfortable. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, again, I kind of considered like one of those things like, hey, take a shot, take a shot. We're all having taking
But
shots. You know what I'm saying?
that
but if you
is
don't
that's
drink, you
why
don't
that's why I
drink.
can't relate, bro. Because I go to all type of functions and I
Yeah,
don't do a
hey,
damn
Rod,
thing.
Rod, Rod, don't Rod. Hey, if we all turn up, and Rod, you'll be with these. Hey, bro, we gonna turn up, Rod. You be
Right.
like, yo, I'm good, and we don't make you, and I hope not,
Ain't
Rod.
no ain't
We
nobody
ain't
gonna
make you, we ain't
ain't
make you
nobody gonna
feel.
make me feel no way, bro.
Right.
Like,
And see, and that's Rod. Now, I would say to Rod, do you feel like somebody held you back because you didn't take a shot? I would say no. You know what I'm saying? Or
mhm.
hopefully not. You know what I'm saying? But then you also got to figure, do you think there's some people that's at that kickback that's like, oh yeah, if the boss says I'm gonna do it, says do it, then I'm gonna do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have people at your workplace that do that.
It sounds like peer
But
pressure.
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sacrifice my morals and what I stand on to be in nobody's industry, bro. Like I don't care what profession it is. There's another job out there. And if my morals don't align to what I'm doing, then I probably don't need to be in that industry, bro. If I can't say no.
Yeah. And see, that's my thought is I don't believe that these women thought that their job was going to be on the line if they didn't go to a strip club. You know what I'm saying? Like I just that just doesn't make that to me that does not pass the
Yeah,
smell test.
exactly.
That's
You know what I'm
that's
And
where
saying?
I'm worried about, right? Because to Rod's point, the feelings and everything, and kind of like we need more information, like I said. And then the other thing I ask myself is when you say you're fear for your job, Lizzo doesn't tour all year. So what are you doing during the quote unquote off season? Like
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like what other work are you doing? What are you working with other people? Are you like what are you doing? It's kind of like a teacher. Cause like
mhm.
like during the summer they don't get paid or they're doing other things different. Like, what are you doing in your off season? That I just don't where you say, well, this is my main thing. Well, there's other things you could be doing to build your network to what DC was saying. So I'm just I don't know, man. I just need to hear more. Like I just need to hear more. I'm in limbo.
Yeah. Yeah. But my early verdict, my two early verdict is BS. And people basically sue them because their feelings were hurt. I mean, now only thing I would say to Lizzo is, is sometimes you don't want to try to get too close to your employees. because
Mm-hmm.
essentially that's what that was, or contractors. But at any rate, she's in a leadership position, and
Mhm.
sometimes you can't try to make your staff your friends. You know what I mean? Like y'all come to work, y'all perform, y'all go on stage, maybe you do a little something after work, do some quote unquote corporate. You know what I'm saying? Then Lizzo, you go off with your real friends and you do your freaky shit with them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't do that with your dancers. Just to kind of keep yourself out of these situations. Not to say that she was wrong per se, but because again, I do believe like every industry is different, and this, from my understanding, is not that. I mean, for that industry, it's not that risque. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
just to get you some real friends, so don't be trying to party with your dancers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man. It's yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out, but it might be some settlements and all that stuff, like you said, to try to
Yeah.
alleviate any long drawn negative press. Because, you know, they used to say, you know, any publicity is good publicity, but nowadays
Mhm.
I'm starting to think that's a little different.
Yeah, it's a cancel culture, bro.
Yeah.
It is. It's part of it. And it's gonna be crazy if none of this is really what it is, and she just had to pay out just to move on. That's gonna be the crazy part if that is the case. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Speaking of cases, DC, you said it last episode, man. Uh, not 2 episodes ago, actually. Where we talked about things that's going on in the state with we talked about Ron DeSantis, and you
Oh
said
yeah.
between Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, someone always trying to one up somebody on who gonna do the most foolish bullshit. Yet
Yeah.
again, here we are, sweet home Alabama, the great state, dear to me. Carly Russell, a young lady who looked like us, who claimed she was kidnapped, which was false. That's been all over the news, and of course, it's cameras on the highway. Everything was ran through. She went missing for 49 hours. You know, called, made a 911 call, said she was pulling over on the side of the road, saw a toddler, and then after that 911 call, she called her family, and then she started panicking and screaming, and then the phone was just there. She showed up at her home 49 hours later after her family, had that missed report, and it was talked about on the news, which was I'm gonna say that's the positive side of it, because we've been known and we see in the media that a lot of folks that look like us that go missing is not on the news when it's different, when it's a different race or in gender, and so the notoriety was there. It was national attention. Everyone came out looking for this young lady, but it came out being false, and she admitted it that she did it, as a hoax. She got arrested for it, and you know, calling out a false crime like that is only a misdemeanor. So the state of Alabama and the senator Tommy Tuberville and is encouraging everybody else to take this to the House to say, hey, this is a felony. So going forward, they're trying to put a law in now. If you do this again, it's going to be a felony. The crazy part with this Carly Russell thing is, man, the law enforcement, they did their job. So shout out to them. They did their job. They went looking for her. They still did the homework, and it came out that it was a hoax. And I'm just disappointed. It was, one, the African American community takes a hit on this. I don't think she understands the ramifications of what that looks like and what we've been doing to get, fair and equality still, to be looked after, to be supported by law enforcement. And this, for me, is just sad, man. Um, I'm gonna throw it to you first, Rod, because DC probably gonna stand on the soapbox again. But I'm gonna throw it to you first, Rod. It's just like, what you thinking on that, man?
I ain't got no thoughts on it, man. She's another juicy Smollett, bro. That's
Ah, you called him juicy.
shout out Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I, wa-
bro,
I
dead on, Jussie Smollett though.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't really following it like that. I know it popped up on my timeline that homegirl was missing or whatever, but I wasn't really in tune to
It was
know
on.
who
It
she
was,
was and
yeah.
what she was about and all that stuff, then my wife was like, "Yeah, they found the girl and she made it all up." I'm like, "Made all what up?" That she was missing. I'm like, "Oh, damn." And that's as much as attention as I gave it, bro. Yeah. But I don't like anybody crying wolf for sure, because when stuff really happens,
Exactly.
it kind of, hopefully it doesn't, but it could potentially lessen the importance or the impact to try to find this individual. Um, hopefully it doesn't, especially in that area. But yeah, man, she just needs to be held accountable.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, same here. I mean, I just, yeah. The only thing I would add is I disagree with the idea of upgrading that crime to a felony. Um, to me, because a misdemeanor, from my understanding, is just a crime that you serve under a year of time,
Right.
and a felony is a year or more of time. And I, although what she did is definitely serious, and she's got to be held accountable, to keep somebody in prison for a year or years over that, to me, is just egregious, and it's overkill, because not only are you in jail or in prison for some time, you have to pay a fine, a big ass fine, to get out of prison. And then you've got what, parole or probation, one of the two. You got to check in and this, that, and the third when you get out of prison. And then you're also gonna have that stigma on your name everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, your life is already like severely held back just by having a misdemeanor, like a felony. Basically, you just want to ruin this woman's life. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Mhm. I think
granted,
I, I
she
think she
should
did
be
it
held
herself.
accountable, but like, you should not. I don't think she should pay for the rest of her life for doing this. I mean, it's stupid. Maybe she needs to get help, talk to somebody about this. I don't know if it was just a prank or cry for help or what, but I don't think she should essentially pay the rest of her life, or like for 30 years or 20 years for doing this.
For sure. I think there's some emotion charge behind it. There's also I where you said like her life's ruined. I think she did that already. It's gonna be hard for her, going out in public. I mean, DC, if she moved to the Carolinas and wanted to come to RPM, you see that resume, Carly Russell. What's your thoughts? Not saying what you would do or what you shouldn't do. It's just as an employer, you're gonna be like, all right, what am I thinking? Should I move forward with this? Like, what's the latest with this person? What did they do to help themselves? Like you said, maybe she does need to sit down and talk to somebody. But this was premeditated. From her search history, they put her search history of her cell phone, everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like she was searching about Amber Alerts. She researched Taken, the movie.
Hmm.
She made up who abducted her. She just made up a guy. Said she was in the back of a trailer. With a white guy with orange hair. Like she
Yeah.
like
No, she said Carrot Top abducted her.
Carrot Top. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
wow, I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, bro. And I understand. I'm not agreeing with it, but I understand why people like, yo, what's going on, bro? Um, she like I said, she searched Amber Alerts. She searched the movie Taken. She did a research of booking a ticket from Birmingham to Nashville. Um,
So you think it should be a felony what she did?
no, I think I think Alabama charged up right now, especially the folks who don't look like us. They charged up right now, and because they did, hey, bro, it was the local police, sheriffs, uh, FBI there. They was there, state police. They was all looking for her, bro.
as
It was
as they
out there,
should,
bro.
as
As
they
they
should have.
should, as they should. It was
Yeah.
out there, bro. Out there looking for her, bro. And like you said, you seen it on your timeline, bro. It was on everybody's timeline. It was everywhere, bro. It was on
Yeah.
you. It was on Good Morning America. All of this. They were looking for this girl.
See, my whole thing about the law is I feel like, okay, they boost it to a felony, but the judge still always has the option to give a little bit of time or a lot of time. So like if they change the law, they probably make it where, oh, now this is a felony punishable up to 5 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? Which is up to, meaning if, Becky does it, she might get 2 months. But
Mhm.
when Bonquisha does it, she gets 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the type of shit I be talking about. Like,
Fair, super fair, bro. Like it's just, man. Yeah, like I said, it definitely, into to what Rod said, man. I hope it doesn't, hinder later. There's a young lady, I cannot remember her name, but she a huge advocate for missing African Americans throughout the U.S. They go missing daily, and that was her thing. She was like, please do not let this close your heart out, because there are still people who need help. There are still people that are missing, that need your eyes and need your attention, and she's hoping that it doesn't turn, it doesn't close the door like on somebody's mind and their heart. And so that and I'm with you with that, Rod. That's my worst fear too. You know what I'm saying? We all got kids, we all got friends, we all got, family and friends all over, right? Where it was like, man, something was to happen, we would want all the resources possible to go help, and definitely hope that this doesn't. Well, you remember last time this happened, that's that stigma. That's my concern, bro. Like, well, last time somebody said this, instead of waiting 48 hours, let's just give it a week, before we go really put resources into it. And that's what I'm fearful of.
yeah, man, it's summertime, bro, and sports gets a little slow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm football, I'm basketball.
So she
I
was
don't,
bored.
yeah, I don't really do like baseball like that. You know what I'm saying? And so now I've been following soccer, bro, because they got Messi down here for playing for Miami. And he came and made a splash, man. He scored like a goal like in almost every game he's played in, and like they've got like what you call it, the TV ratings have like skyrocketed since he's come. And, the U.S. is not really a soccer nation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, at least the way I always look at it, like soccer. Okay, we have teams. Oh, it's okay. So what? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna go. If you gave me free tickets, I would probably go. If I had to pay $20, I might not go. You know what I'm saying? Like $20, like good tickets too, like not nosebleeds. Okay, maybe I'll go. I might go for $10. I might go for $20. But basically,
beggars can't be choosers, bro.
I'm not checking for a soccer game. You know what I'm saying? But bro, they making some noise, man. So the question is like, can you see soccer turning into one of the major
No.
sports in America? Like, cause you got football, basketball, baseball. I'll say that's right. I don't even count hockey anymore, bro. I mean, shoot, isn't hockey like always on the brink of bankruptcy, like every year?
They're getting out of that hole, man. They're doing better since with the salary caps and all that. And
so if hockey is number 4, I would say, could you see soccer taking over the number 4 spot?
I could.
No, I can't.
Because it's played all year, man. It could be played all year, so I could. It's becoming widely popular. Shout out to the women's team who actually just lost today, but
they got knocked out.
Yeah, but it's becoming more and more popular within the states. Like more states are starting to add, more states are starting to invest in it. So I could see it taking over hockey. Maybe not those top 3, but hockey could be, because hockey is regional also. It's not huge in like southern states. It's more northern where it gets cold. Like Michigan hockey is huge. Carolina, not so much.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah, I agree, man. And hockey, man, like,
hey, and I tell you another thing that can make this sport more popular is you see that Mbappe got a $736 million
Yeah.
1 year deal that
Yep.
he was offered. He turned it down, but 736 million for 1 year.
Party.
If that don't make people turn, hey, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it could definitely take it because there's money to be made.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy you say that. You know, a little
Yo,
bit
what do they
controversy.
have in Saudi Arabia, bro? I mean, oil. But god dog, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like
Like,
it was a $600 million deal with $124 million signing bonus, bro. Like how? How though? Sway? You got the answers right. Like how, bro?
I don't know, man. They got
Hundred
money.
and bro, I'm gonna throw you 124 million. Just sign, bro. That's the bonus. And that's whew.
And he turned it down.
Yeah,
yeah,
he turned it down, bro. And that's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy. Like he's
yeah,
looking he wants a longer extent. He wants long term money. And I'm not mad at that, but $700 million in 1 year is long term money for us. We good. We generational on top of generational.
hmm
Man.
yeah. But shit, man. Yeah, you know, Rod, you mentioned a little bit a second ago about women's soccer, you know, doing their thing, man. And there was a little bit of controversy about the pay because apparently, like for women winning the either the FIBA or the FIFA
hmm
World Cup or maybe a FIBA tournament. Anyway,
It's peanuts.
huh?
Yeah, it's peanuts.
Yeah, well, it's like the men's prize is 3 times more
Mhm.
than the women's prize, you know, and they were talking about, you know, how that's, you know, it's not fair that, you know, women are getting more and more popular, but they're only getting a third of what men get. And well, I guess, what are y'all thoughts on like the whole pay gap? You know, because women's soccer is, man, it's starting to
Women
pop now.
the last 3 years, women's soccer had more viewership than men's. So they have an argument
In the world.
in the world. When
I don't know,
during
man.
World Cup
In
and
the
FIFA.
world?
Now throughout the season is men. Throughout the season, all year round. But when you just talk about we're talking 6 to 8 weeks. The women have strong viewership. Now, as a businessman, you're probably saying, well, 6 to 8 weeks versus the 52 weeks.
Now, I
You
don't know,
said
man. I
you,
don't know.
you said they had more viewership than men.
Yeah, during the
I don't know
FIFA.
about that one, bro. Like we gotta fact check
They,
that one because
they were
the
they
men.
yeah, the men was pretty big. They were running were they running at different times, right?
Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: the men, the FIFA World Cup, they made like $7 billion.
Yeah.
For like that's how much they made, and the women made less than a billion. You know what I'm saying? It was like maybe like 800, $900 million is what the women made. You
So
know what
that
I'm saying?
yeah, I would
So
have
the
to
men
look and
made
see.
7 times more than the women, and they get paid 3 times more than the women. Like to me, that seems like a pretty good deal for the women. Like I don't know about the viewership. I don't know how that's calculated.
So,
Honestly, I have a hard time seeing like
mhm.
more people watching the women's game than the men's game when the men made so much more money.
So viewership, and this is through Forbes. You know what I'm saying? Like FIFA's governing body is expected to have 1.12 billion viewers to watch this Women's World Cup. Um, if they meet those expectations, women's viewership will exceed half of men's audience. Yet the women are only paid quarter of the men's prize money.
So when you say they exceed half, it means they're getting half the viewership with a quarter of the pay. Is
Yep.
that what that's saying?
Yeah, it said the women's viewership will exceed half of the men's audience.
All right.
Gotcha.
So it's not that when people are watching more women's games, they're just watching more women's games than normal. Or
Yep.
in the past, I'll say.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. In the last 3
It's
years,
that
that's what it's been like. And like
it's
you
not
said, it's two different World Cups, so they don't play the same time.
yeah. So it's not 1-to-1. It was 1.5
Mhm.
or more than half, I should say. That's what they're
Yeah.
saying.
So it's not a huge. They ain't killing the men in like viewership, but I mean they're up there.
I mean, half is that's still
Yeah.
a pretty good amount, but not for 7 times more pay. But then when you calculate the revenue that the men are generating,
Yeah.
it explains why the women would get paid less.
Yeah.
It's all about dollars, man. All about dollars. Like we're watching college football, college athletics go through this huge transformation that majority of the people don't like. But guess what? It's generating money, and that's all that matters. We don't care if you like it. Billionaires care about getting more billions, and that's really the bottom line. If you can give me more billions, I'm gonna pay you more. If you can't, I'm gonna pay you less.
Yep. Yep. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is true, man. That is true. It's like the NILs, players in name, image, likeness. Those NILs and players up there, and even Dion was preaching. I know me and Rob was talking about it with the homie Donald. Shout out to him. DCV, I don't know if you heard. I know you ain't a college football guy, but there's going to be a lot of conference, a lot of things is going to be pretty much changing. The whole spectrum of college football.
Yeah, a lot of teams are moving or switching conferences. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the Pac-12 is probably going to be no more by 2024. And they're going to different conferences like the Big 12, the Big 10, all these things. And there are a lot of people who are like, hey, this is not tradition. How dare you? And you guys are just doing this to generate more money. Yeah, it's true. It's more money. And so Coach Prime, he had a press release. He had a press run on Friday and Saturday, and I loved it. They asked him, there's a, hey man, what do you think about all these schools leaving this conference and going here? And he was like, yo, it's about money. Like, why y'all asking my opinion when y'all know it's about dollars? And then he was like, how y'all getting mad at these people chasing dollars? But he said it's funny because y'all get mad at these kids when they want to go transfer and go chase the bag. But then when y'all go get the bag, like nobody can't critique y'all and judge y'all. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
It's true. It's about TV contracts, right? Where I say it's about the money, bro. Like if this conference and they got a great TV rights and TV deals, and I can bring in more money, man, I'm going over there. So where I said, pay me more, I can pay those other players more and get those NIL deals and get these people in situations. This is what it is. It's about money.
Yeah. Then new traditions get forged, and it's all marketing and things like that. Like you're still going to have your Red River Classic, for example, Texas and OU. So you're still going to get those rivalry games that that make college football. You're still going to get Michigan State. So I don't know, man. I just think that with some of these rule changes, the leagues or the different college football leagues, they're just adjusting. It's just an adjustment period, man. And I think we're going to see transfers go down in time. I think again, it's a new rule, and you got a lot of people trying to figure out what's the best way to use this new tool at our disposal. So we're going to see a lot of transfers early, but I think after a while, you're going to start to see college football stabilize a little bit. It's just you're seeing players have more power, and they're exercising and learning how to wield it.
Yes, fire.
They trying, man. They they had this whole blackout thing or period there. College players were trying to boycott the making of this NCAA game that's been missing, absent since 2014.
Can't wait.
And basically EA put it to where I think all players that would have their name in would get like $500 or something for their name being in it. And they was like, no, that's not enough. This game's going to generate this, and this. And they like, all right, F around and find out. We just take your name off of it, bro. Like, you better take this 500 and be happy. But yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, because those are what numbers. Those are
that's it.
28.
Hey, guess what I'm gonna do? And I'm gonna go in there and edit that boy. As a fan, I'm gonna edit there and put your name on there myself. So
exactly. And that's what, there was a one player that's like, look, man, my name being in the game is more important than any dollars that you're gonna give me. So to be able to actually see my name in that game, like sign me up. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
He made
every single player is kind of a lick because you're talking about guys who ride the bench.
Yeah, every player.
Will never touch the field or never touch the court. So I mean, 500 because you got to figure there's only a handful of players that drive the market. You know what I'm saying? Like driving to watch
100%.
college football. You know, there's only a few superstars.
Yep.
So really, those few superstars are getting the bench warmers paid.
Yep.
Like 500. I think it is better than people might want to give credit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%. Yeah, I
I'll
agree,
take it,
man.
man. I mean, hey, I'll take it, man. Most of these cats, yeah, like you said, it's only a select few, man, that you're gonna see on ESPN every day. The Heisman candidates or the go to college basketball, the guys that's gonna be the player of the year and all that. That's what you look to see. And so, yeah, I'm with my man. Like, hey, I'm on the game, bro. That's all that matter. And hey, man, like I said, if not, man, go to settings, players, edit. I'm in
right.
there, bro. Save roster.
Yeah,
Like I'm in there, bro.
for real.
You
For
know,
real.
it was, you know, as fans, we've all done it. We all put ourselves in the game.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm about to make
Yeah.
you.
Sure, that's basically what 2K is now. Like 2K, like
Is
it
it?
used to be like, you know, first thing is, hey man, me and you, I'm gonna bust your ass. Woo, woo, woo. Now it's let me scan my face, let me get my player up, let me go to the playground. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is now. It's all about creating your own player, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a whole.
You got your own storyboard.
Yeah, your
Right,
own.
exactly.
Like this, that people like literally do that for a livelihood, man. Like
Yeah.
create their players and build teams, man. Like some of these gamers make really good bread, honestly.
Yep. Yep. And then put it on YouTube. Yep, this is me. Yep.
You're on Twitch.
Please.
You're on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, bro, Ocho. Chad Johnson, aka Ocho Cinco. Yeah, bro. He making bread off Twitch, bro.
Yeah.
But he different, bro. He be playing FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
Like he be challenging people to play soccer. Yeah, he be on there heavy, bro. And now he's looking to be a professional cornhole player.
He was
Bro,
just
he
here.
everywhere. Yeah, he was just in the hood, bro. Like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, bro.
That's crazy.
Chad, bro. He be getting into everything though. He be
Yeah.
getting into everything.
Yeah, he don't ever sit still, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. He said he want to be a professional cornhole player, bro. Which I'm
like, why did he say that? Like, how do you?
bro?
describe-
He's doing it. He's doing it.
But I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, why though? Like, what?
I
Like,
don't know.
how do you just wake up and say, you know what, bro? Cornhole. That's the move.
I don't know.
I don't know. Remember when he stopped playing football? He was like, "Yo, soccer. I'm gonna be a soccer player, bro."
Yeah, he did the boxing thing too.
Then he did the bro. Hey, Chad doing
that's
everything,
right.
bro. Chad doing everything, bro.
He trying to
Man,
be
you know
like
what?
Bo
I've
Jackson.
actually been thinking about taking up boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just for training purposes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been
Yeah, man.
All right, bro.
join somebody's
I was
gym,
about to
man.
say, man, we ain't trying to. We ain't trying to be ringside. You get knocked out with your booty up in the air, bro.
Bro,
Looking like Nate Robinson.
Nah, we
Remember
40.
that.
We 40, man. I used to spar though back in the like. That's why I still love boxing to this day. I don't like getting hit, but that's why I never like was a full blown boxer. But yeah, the sparring ain't no cardio outside of maybe soccer gonna get you as good of a workout as like boxing training gets you. I don't care
Yeah.
if you hooping, whatever. Boxing is it's methodical, but it's very tiring, dog. Like 3 minutes in a ring is not easy. I know people look at it and be like 3 minutes is not that long, but bro, it's legit. But it will get your cardio up for sure. That's why you have to have stamina. Like for those cats that can go 12 rounds, man. Like
36 minutes.
yeah, I don't think how people understand how tolling that is. And this is actually people that's getting hit. Like
Yeah, you holding your arms.
yeah,
up
every
for
time you get
36
hit, that's energy taken out of you. And you gotta
Every time you
go
throw, every time you throw it.
every time you throw it. Yeah, but yeah, that getting hit takes more out of you than throwing it.
Of course.
For sure.
Nah, that's hey, bro. It's tough, bro.
So
tough, man.
it's interesting, and I know we gonna wrap up soon, but it's interesting because I've never been big into like female boxing, but I've been watching it more as of late because we have more like two of the divisions are dominated by Michigan made individuals, right? Alicia Baumgartner from Detroit and then Clarissa Shields from Flint. And like they look good. They look good. But I bring that up to say that Clarissa Shields have been calling out Keith Thurman, who
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Keith
I
Thurman is
do.
dope. Keith Thurman is dope. And allegedly they're gonna be, well, you know, it was just talk. I don't know if this is like real, but Keith Thurman said, hey, if the fans want to see that and we actually feel like it would generate some money, I would do it as a spar. She can wear the headgear. I won't, and I would only use my jab. And she like full blown. You better bring more than the jab because I can box better than you. First and foremost, love Clarissa Shields. I think she's tough as nails.
Oh, she's a
Ain't no
wolf.
way she
She will.
hanging with no dude, bro.
Yeah, no man, we gotta
Yeah.
stop that.
Ain't
Yeah.
no
We gotta
way.
stop that. Like, no, I don't want
Yeah.
to see that,
And
man.
Keith Thurman is no slouch, bro. He's not
Yeah.
like a bum. He only has one loss. I don't even know if it was a loss. It was a
Lost to
To Manny
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao. That
yeah,
was it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's his only loss, Manny Pacquiao.
yeah, man. So I hope they don't do it. Because that wouldn't be good for Clarissa. But yeah, there's no win. There's no winning situation out of that for Keith anyway, bro. Like you get in there and you do a jab and you win, you clowning because you just fought a woman. You
Yeah.
lose, it's an extra clown because you just lost to a woman.
Right.
So I'm from him. I'm not signing up for that. There's no win-win
No,
in that for
I'm
you.
good. I'm good, man. And I wouldn't want to watch that, man. I don't,
Nah.
because what
Yeah.
if it, we talking about human beings. They are boxers. They're human beings. But let's say something happens. He get jabbed wrong, and he like, okay, I'm about to shut all this shit down. You know what I mean? And because of his ego, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
then
hard.
now it's
It,
Rocky. It's
it's
Rocky. Throw the
it's
damn towel.
it's hard. It's hard to hold your punches. Now, no, I will say shout out to Clarissa. She does spar with males. So I mean,
Yes.
I don't want to get it twisted, but I don't know if they are. I don't know to the extent of what they're fighting, and I don't know if they're the caliber of Keith Thurman, bro. Like he's legit. He's legit.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I don't,
Yeah.
bro. I
Yeah.
don't want
Men
to
and
see
women are just built different, and that's okay. You know what
It's
I'm
okay.
saying? Like
It's totally fine.
men are built
Uh,
to do damage. That our bone structure is different.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like if he was to to let loose and catch her with one, like it would be a
Exactly.
wrap. I mean, look at when you see the trans athletes. You know, you see trans athletes in combat sports,
Mm-hmm.
and they are like destroying these women, and they're on some kind of hormone things that's supposed to bring the testosterone down.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine a full grown professionally trained man.
Yeah.
Bruh, like no, like what? I'm hoping this is just publicity, man. Like I'm thinking, like just like y'all are saying, like it's just
Yeah,
publicity.
it's just a few retweets and we just move
Yeah,
on,
and
man.
then
But
maybe she announces she's got a fight coming up in October or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what I'm hoping is gonna come. Not a real fight because it wouldn't be.
Nah,
It would be
nah.
destruction.
yeah,
Agreed.
we gotta stop this.
Yeah, like
Again, Clarissa, she different, bro.
yeah.
She
Even
different,
if
bro.
she's a better technical boxer, how many times does he really need to catch you?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're not so much better than him that he won't touch you.
Like power is it's a very interesting thing. Like again, Errol, that's my guy. He's the big fish still. But he felt that power of Bud, bro, and you see it took it out of him, man. Like
Right.
imagine I don't even want to imagine it. So
Yeah,
I hope it's just they just having fun.
Yeah. 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 Just to give them clicks. Like I said, hopefully one of them, they've got a big fight they're about to announce. They just trying to drum up the rumor mill so I can get this announcement off.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
that's tough, man. Yeah, all I can see is my man, bro, throwing damn towel. That's all I see. Literally, that's all I can picture, bro. Real talk. Like when I see that meme, bro. Like, bro, I
You're
don't,
just
I'm
looking
not
at
with
Clarissa
that.
slumped on the ground like, hey, yeah, throw the towel. We don't want that.
I don't want that, man. I want to see
Bruh.
her like be the best version of herself and continue to
Yeah.
call out every single female, because every female in boxing, bro, she wants smoke with all of them.
For sure.
And she lining them up and knocking them all down, bro.
No,
and
nobody
she
can
won't.
hang with her. Nah.
No, nah.
She a different breed.
And I love that. I love that energy that she brings when she talking to all these other females. I love it.
Yeah, and just to be clear, for all those people that might be like, well, are you trying to say women can't beat up men? No, we're just saying structurally they're different.
Yeah, shout out LC.
I've seen some women take out some men. Like, don't get it twisted.
Facts.
But what I haven't seen and I don't want to see is a professional boxer take on each other. Like, professional boxers, that means they've been training for the same amount of time. They've been doing the things to get their strengths up. It's not gonna be close, bro.
No.
Like, she could probably beat some dude up off the street that have no technical training, but
and that's happened often,
yeah,
man. Like,
not
what was
that
that
guy.
last year? Remember that girl from UFC? That dude tried to take her purse. She put my man in the ER.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So
my man in the ER gave him a nice little touch up.
Yeah. 2-piece extra crispy.
Oh, bro, yeah, bro. It's about to break his arm, bro. Like, my man in the street, like, yo, I was just trying to hit a lick and take your purse. I ain't know.
Please.
I know he was about that action.
I know.
I'm
sorry.
So there's plenty of women. Hey, we had a great guest last week. Coach Alcine, she said, I'm trying to be powerful just in case, let somebody know. Run up, get done up. But
she
like you
hit
said,
you with that Spartan kick, with that mule kick.
But like you said, this is you train year long, bro, to put your hands on people. Like, that's a little different. That's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, there's plenty of women who can knock out some dudes, put some dudes to sleep in the street, man. But to call out somebody else who trains year round to put people to sleep too, like that's a little different.
For sure.
A little different, man. But
cool. But on that note, man, I will say that everyone should stay away from negative people because they have a problem for every solution. Figure that out. You figure out the streets.
Damn.
The streets.
Hey, we doing this one for Lil Saint.
Shout out Lil Saint, man.
Lil Saint.
Hey, that movie is terrible, man. I sat and watched that movie like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Yo, this is terrible. This is Tubi before Tubi." But
now, what movie you talking about?
You got served. But...
You got served, bro.
Oh.
You got served, bro. You think that was it? Ah, man, that wasn't you guys.
No, we doing this for Lil Saint, bro.
I wouldn't give it Tubi. I give it BET. I give it BET.
I'm giving it Tubi, bro. go back and watch it.
We're not staying on that one.
You said go back and watch it. I'm looking at the images from the movie and I'm like laughing.
Now the dancing was dope. They did some dope dancing. I ain't gonna front on that, but the rest of it.
No, the acting wasn't. The acting was not. It wasn't it though. It wasn't.
Yeah, go home, Roger.
Hey, funny. We've been getting them fun facts on Roger. Really known as Marcus Houston. That dude was he was in his bag, bro. He was in his bag with Lil Wayne. He was in his bag with Lil Wayne. So.
Random. Did y'all see the last this? It was a race. It was women sprinting, 100-meter dash, and there was a Somalian woman that was racing, and she finished like 10 seconds behind the slowest person. 100-meter dash, like. She was driving. She was riding so slow.
How she ever get in the race? How she qualify for that race?
So they're questioning that because they're saying like she was appointed by like some high-ranking official in the Somalian government. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, how did she even get on the track? Because like if you look at her, she's not athletic whatsoever. You know what I mean? She looked regular as hell. Like she looked like. She just kind of rolled out of bed like, oh, this is today? You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't know how to run. She didn't have to do nothing. And
So I'm reading the article on this, bro. Google's your friend, bro. DC
yeah.
season 1. So Somalia, the African government actually suspended the head coach of the track team because of this.
Yeah, bro. Like
The
there's
Somalian sports
no business being on the
minister.
track now. Like, yeah. So that's what it was. It was the coach. I knew she was close to somebody. And
So the chairwoman of the National Track and Field Federation for Somalia has been suspended, bro,
no,
for
if you,
putting
if
an
you
untrained female sprinter to represent the country at the World Games in China. And she took 20 seconds to clear 100 meters. Dog.
yo, and if you ever see the video, bro, it's like it is hilarious. It's like, bro, like it's the funniest thing ever. It's just like, how did this?
No.
You just see her run. I'm sitting there watching it now, bro. Yo, if you just see her running, it's like, how did you? And the thing is, she ain't bad or nothing. Like she just some random person. Like they just picked out of the crowd. You know, like
It
there's
said
got to be a
the
documentary behind it.
the article is like in the qualifying race, Nazira Abakar was immediately left behind by the other runners
Yeah,
and finished 10 seconds after the winner.
bro. I don't know if y'all are able to watch this, but
I am.
if you can, like, if you just look, bro, if you look at this woman, it's like, what, like, what are you even doing?
So this was at the university game. Oh no. So this was at the university games in Somalia. So everybody, obviously representing their countries within Africa.
Yeah.
And then of course in Somalia. But yeah, she jogged. She didn't even sprint, she jogged.
Yeah. For the moment she took off, like what? Like, what are you even doing there? What are you even doing there?
Brazil was also there. That was the young lady who won. Brazil did their thing and turning up, man. And speaking of that, the World Games, man. Before we wrap, man, and Rod, always love you, man, for those quotes. Hey, track and field, man, it's coming, bro. 2 weeks from now, World Games.
Mhm.
So we gonna see some. We gonna see some. Hey, Jamaica, we on their heels this year, bro.
Yeah.
We on their heels this year, bro. Oh, girl, hey man, girl is about that action now, bro.
Who you talking about?
Sha'Carri.
Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson.
She lining them up, bro. Like she taking it serious now, bro. So I watched some of the prelims. You know me, I'm a track and field guy, bro. I watched those prelims, bro. She already took 2 out in the prelims. 2 of the girls from the 4x1 from Jamaica. She lining them up, bro, taking them down one by one. I was telling somebody, I'm like, it's like the video game, bro. She getting to the boss. She's just knocking them down one by one, bro. She getting to the boss, bro. I think she has a big chance of winning, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think she got a chance to win a 100-meter sprint, bro. Now that 4x1, that relay, that Jamaican track team, they tough. I don't know where the USA women gonna be at, but I think Sha'Carri individually, bro. I think she gonna come home with some gold, bro. And then we're gonna forget about all that craziness. So we'll see, man. But DC, yeah, man. Shout out Somalia, bro.
Yeah, shout out Somalia, bro. Like that thing. I'm actually just sitting here reading it, like yeah, this is an embarrassment and this, that, and third. But it's just like, bro, there's got to be a story behind this. Like, this is beyond incompetence. Like somebody wanted to make somebody look bad. Like this ain't like.
Well, you don't make the individual look bad. You make the country look bad too.
Yeah, that's a fact as well. But somebody wanted to be petty. Like that is just not some like. Oh yeah, you could like that's just is wild. Anyway, man.
Hey man, as Rod always starts you with those 3 words, man. I'm gonna end it, man. Man, this video crazy. But hey, you already know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It's always all love, man. And kill the music.